Well, hello there, YouTube. How are you? Rambling Ringo here, back for another exciting music video and video blog, or vlog, or whatever you want to call it, because as far as I'm concerned, it's January and the sun's shining, and that's all that really matters. And today, instead of the usual Beatles and Monkees material, I'm going to pay tribute to the king of rock and roll. Thank you. Since my baby left me, found a new place to dwell, down at the end of Lonely Street at Heartbreak Hotel. We'll be so lonely, baby. We'll feel so lonely. We'll feel so lonely we could die. The bellhop's tears keep flowing, desk clerks dressed in black. Been so long on Lonely Street, they never will be back. They'll feel so lonely, they'll feel so lonely, they'll feel so lonely they could die. Although it's always crowded, you still can find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry there in the gloom. We'll feel so lonely, baby. We'll feel so lonely. We'll feel so lonely we could die. Woo! So if your baby leaves you, need a new place to dwell, take a walk down Lonely Street to Heartbreak Hotel, baby. We'll feel so lonely, baby. We'll feel so lonely. We'll feel so lonely we could die. So there you go, folks. King of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. The reason I did that song was I was reading recently, and this may be wrong, die-hard Elvis fans, please correct me if I'm wrong. I was reading that today, 27th of January, 1956, is when that single was released, Heartbreak Hotel by Elvis, which is 56 years ago. So that, to me, is incredible, and an anniversary worth marking. Now, that song, I know there was rock and roll before that. There was Bill Haley and Louis Jordan and people like that. Even Elvis himself had already been making records with Sam Phillips and the Sun Studios and That's All Right Mama and stuff like that. But 1956 and Heartbreak Hotel is when, especially on this side of the Atlantic, people woke up and said, wow, that's fantastic. Cliff Richard, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, they all attest to the fact that Heartbreak Hotel was when they really got into rock and roll. And I think actually Paul McCartney owns the double bass that was used on that recording. And that original band that Sam Phillips set up at Sun Studios, DJ Fontana, Bill Black and Scotty Moore, to me, perfect, a perfect rockabilly band, brilliant. And the sound from primitive recording equipment by today's standards is just beautiful. I don't think you could better it. It has an atmosphere. It sends shivers down my spine. I mean, it has an atmosphere. If you could go back in time with modern digital equipment and re-record that stuff, it wouldn't sound any better to me anyway. And that's my Elvis. That's the Elvis I like. I do like Elvis. I do like Elvis. I like it, but mostly the early Elvis. When he started making films like Blue Hawaii and put on a little bit of weight, well, a lot of weight, and started doing kung fu and that sort of stuff. That didn't really interest me. I like the early Elvis. To me, that's my Elvis. And I know there are people, Elvis fans, for whom the older Elvis is their Elvis. And I don't want to take that away from them at all. To me, the Elvis I like is that early Elvis stuff. King Creole, jailhouse rock, Lieber and Stoller material, that kind of stuff. That's my Elvis. So I also wanted to talk about not just Elvis and that important anniversary that we're commemorating today, or which Rambling Ringo Dolan's, your friendly internet busker, has decided to commemorate today. If it is the anniversary, if it's not, well, it's a good excuse to sing a good song, isn't it? The other thing that's exercising a lot of people on YouTube at the minute is this new look. Because with the old look, we had our subscribers, our subscriptions, our friends, our channel comments, our playlists, all on one page, along with our background image that we had picked. And now the background image is a little obscured, and you have to go to different pages to see all those other elements. And some people are wondering if it's really progress at all. I think we'll just have to get used to it, and maybe it will develop and change, and it will improve. They made some changes to MySpace a few years ago which weren't really user-friendly. A lot of people didn't like them. And they're making some changes to Facebook as well, which is something I've just recently got into. So we'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. I had to take a pause there because the postman came to the door. So like I said, we'll just have to get used to the changes, and hopefully things will improve. So, signing off for now, folks. You know I like to hear from you. If you have any suggestions for other songs you'd like to hear, please feel free to send them in. I'd like to do more of this informal sort of video logging, music video logging. There must be a name for it, I don't know. If you know the name for it, let me know. Some more music maybe in the pipeline with Candy and with Jake and Cody, and we'll see what pans out. So, all the best, folks. Take it easy, take care. Hope to speak to you all again soon. Rambling Ringo, signing off, paying tribute to Elvis Presley. Bye now.